Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to continue lesson 6. We're going to, chapter 6. We're going to continue on to lesson 3 in chapter 6. And we're still working on the center stage concerts. In this lesson, we're going to be using, applying a drop shadow style and doing some adjustments to it. Now, drop shadows, styles are considered a special effects in Photoshop, so you're going to see that we're going to be using that quite a bit. On page, and once you apply a style, you also get to manipulate some of the properties of the style. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a drop shadow, and this is on page 14. We're going to have the layers panel open, and you're going to be selecting the center stage type layer, but you have to click on, make sure you click on the thumbnail, okay, because that affects, you're affecting the objects of that. On the font size, on the font panel, character panel, we're going to replace 8 with 12 point. We're going to make this larger and press enter. So now we're making this set of characters, this set of type, larger from 8 to 12. On the layers panel, we're going to add a layer style button. We're going to click on a layer style button on the bottom of the layers panel here. And we're going to select the drop shadow one. You see that we have several ones. Outer glow, inner glow. Usually we use them a lot. But in this case we're going to do a drop shadow. And remember that by adding the layer style, you're adding it to the highlighted layer, the activated layer that you the targeted layer that you have selected in your layers panel. So right now, because I have the preview button checked, you notice that there's a drop shadow already applied to the center stage type on the image. So I'm going to leave it down here so you can actually preview the effects of our changing of the settings. On step number 5, it tells you to compare your layer style dialog box to figure 11 on the book, which says blend mode needs to be multiply, which is usually the default blending mode. Angle needs to be 30, distance 5, and then the size 5. Okay? And also the opacity for this is 75. But now I'm going to change a little bit. I just want you to pay attention to what it looks like at this point without changing. And when you do change, make sure you position the image underneath in a way that you can actually see how things are changing as you change the properties. We're going to change the angle from 30 to 120. And you notice that you change the direction in which the shadow is projected onto the background image. You're also going to change the distance from 5 to 8. And then we're going to click on OK. And then you're supposed to click on this Review Layers Effect in the Panel arrow, which I'm not sure that I'm sorry, that's what, this is the name of this button that they're talking, Review Layers Effects in the Panel arrow, to collapse. Because now that you applied a style to this layer, you're going to see that on the layers panel, you see a FX little symbol next to the layer. And if you expand that, it actually shows you what the effects are, and what, if you know, it allows you, if you double click on this, it actually pulls the dialog box again to customize that effect. It also allows you to hide the effects by clicking on the visibility button next to it. If I click on this one next to the effects, the visibility button next to effects, I actually hide the effect. or I can just click on it. It doesn't have a little nice little checkbox kind of recessed checkbox. This allows you to see the layer center stage the type layer center stage with the effects or without the effects. So a lot of times it's useful for you to compare the two. But that's it. That is chapter 5, lesson 3.